Welcome to Just Minding My Business Media, LLC. Once we believe in ourselves, we can risk curiosity, wonder, spontaneous delight, or any experience that reveals the human spirit. Poet E. E. Cummings. Consider product placement with Just Minding My Business Media, LLC, with our presence on all major podcast platforms with listeners in over 200 countries. Visit our website at jmmbmediallc.com to discover other digital products to 10x your business. Contact us at jmmbradio@gmail.com. That's jmmbradio@gmail.com. Today we welcome Raúl Galera, who is a chief advocate at ReferralCandy, an app that allows e-commerce brands to set up and run customer referral programs. He has helped over 30,000 brands leverage the power of word of mouth and turn their customer base into their marketing team. Raúl is here today to share his experiences and ideas with all of us. Welcome, Raúl.
Yes.
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Welcome. So I've got a question. I jumped on the website and was checking things out. And how did you come up with the name? That's one of the questions I had.
Yeah. So I wasn't really involved in the name. I joined the company almost 6 years ago. But the reality is that ReferralCandy has been around since 2010. We had a different name before. So it used to be called Anaphor, which is, I think it relates to like some sort of language thing that basically refers to something else. So that kind of like referral aspect of it. It's what we call it Anaphor. But then we rebranded to ReferralCandy. I think it was like 2013, 2014. And mostly ReferralCandy because we kind of like the fact of like, just giving candy, like you're giving candy to your friends, that kind of like, making referrals sweeter. And that's kind of how the whole name came about.
Okay, I like it. When I saw it, I was like, oh, okay, made me smile. So one of the questions I have for you, referral marketing, what has changed about it over time?
Yeah, so I mean, referral marketing, and I guess I'll take a step back and kind of think about word of mouth. So word of mouth, it's probably it is the oldest way of communication that has existed. Pretty much that's how information was transmitted back in the days, and it's something that's still very relevant today. We are like a lot of the things that we do and that we learn about, we transfer that information to other people via word of mouth, whether it is a restaurant recommendation or a Netflix show or like a new business idea. That's something that we share via word of mouth. That's just kind of like the main communication method. So that's something that happens organically. We just share about things we know and things that we've done. Referral marketing, it's any marketing activity that you do that you build on top of that you build to encourage people to talk to their friends and family, in this case about e-commerce brands or products. And so that has evolved with the way that we just communicate in general. So when ReferralCandy started 10 years ago, it actually started as a way to leverage Facebook, which back then was kind of like an upcoming social media platform. It's kind of weird to think about it in these terms these days, but back then it was something kind of new. And so ReferralCandy was born as a way to leverage Facebook and help entrepreneurs to get their customers to refer their friends and use Facebook as that platform. Obviously, fast forward 10 years later, there's a lot of other channels available for people to refer their friends. And that could be other social media platforms that came up after Facebook, or just any other communication methods, like text or WhatsApp or whatever it is. So referral marketing has been evolving as all these different platforms have evolved as well. So obviously, right now we through using ReferralCandy, we allow people to share the referral links on multiple different social media platforms or messaging apps, so they can get the word out there. So yeah, the evolution has gone hand in hand with any other communication channels that have appeared over the past decade.
Okay. Yeah. So tell us a little bit exactly how your company works. Because I was on the website and I'm very interested. So I just want to know how everything works in terms of, connecting the referral marketing with, word of mouth and, yes.
Yeah, absolutely. So ReferralCandy is optimized for e-commerce. So we mostly work with e-commerce brands.
Okay.
And so what we do is that we plug into the store. And so we basically have access to like new customers that are making purchases through the store. And basically we work as an extension of the platform. And the way ReferralCandy works at the beginning is that you as a merchant, you get to decide what's your referral program going to look like. When we think about referral programs, we typically think of the traditional Airbnb or Uber or Dropbox referral programs that were typically something like give $10 to a friend and get $10 off for yourself once your friend makes a purchase. So we keep the same kind of like easy philosophy of making referral programs easy to understand. So when a merchant gets started on ReferralCandy and they start setting up the referral program, that's the first step, is to decide what are they going to give to their customers to incentivize them to refer, and also what are their friends going to get as an incentive to buy for the first time. And so they can just set it up. Depending on the platform, we take care of creating coupon codes automatically, and so everything in the back end happens automatically, so the merchant doesn't have to worry about that. And then what we do is that whenever a new purchase takes place in the store, we automatically invite the customers, or we send an email to the customer to invite them to join the referral program. If they accept, we give them a unique referral link, and they can share that with their friends. I can share on a group text, or I can share it on social media. And once a friend clicks on the referral link, they're taken to a page with the offer, which could be something like get 10% off your first purchase, or get $25 off your first purchase. And after that, they are taken to the store so they can complete the purchase. After the purchase takes place, we verify the transaction, basically make sure that the person that clicked on the referral link is the same person that completed the purchase, and we send out rewards to, in this case, to the advocate that made the referral, the advocate that shared the referral link, and the cycle starts all over again. The friend that was just referred and makes a purchase for the first time joins the referral program, gets a referral link, and the whole referral process kind of starts all over again.
Okay. So is this similar to affiliate marketing, or okay?
Yeah, very similar.
Okay.
I would say the main difference between affiliate marketing and referral marketing is that in affiliate marketing, it's usually communication kind of goes only one way, in the sense that the affiliate is referring somebody, but they may not have a personal relationship. They might not be friends, or might not know each other. Let's say somebody that has a YouTube channel and has like an affiliate link. The person that's providing the affiliate link doesn't necessarily know who's behind the screen and actually making the purchase through their link. Referral marketing, it's more like kind of like one-to-one. I refer my colleagues, or I refer my friends, or a family member, and so it's all like the communication happens a lot in a closer circle, but the mechanics are pretty much the same, both affiliate and referral.
Okay, that's what I was hearing, and I just wanted to be sure. Yeah, so you pretty much would give your links to people that you know.
Exactly.
So your colleagues, your current customers, things like that. And I kind of like that. I do like that, because people buy from people they know. We do know that. And just to have an affiliate link, just to be pushing out to people that don't know you, 9 times out of 10, they're not going to buy, because people want to talk to you. People want to make sure you're real, number one.
Yeah.
And they're not going to talk to you. So I like that. I like that philosophy. And it's old school. That's how we always did it. I remember as a little girl, my father was a plumber. We was the answering service. All the kids had to answer the phone.
Yep.
Right over, he had a clipboard sitting next to the phone. We write the people's number down, and then when he got home, everything was there. And
Yep.
then as he went out and worked, did the work for different people, then they told their friends about it. So
Mm-hmm.
it's
Exactly.
yeah, it's just it's an old concept, pretty much revamped to fit the times.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly right. I mean, I always tell merchants when they're considering whether they should run a referral program or not. I usually tell them, look, you've been in business for a while. You have a steady number of customers that are coming into your store every month. I guarantee you are already getting referrals. Your customers are already referring their friends. It's just that if you don't have a system to track it, then it's impossible for you to know how many of your customers are coming from referrals. But if you have a system, then you can see, okay, this person clicked on this referral link, which belongs to these other customers. So now I know exactly where these new customers are coming from. Because again, most of these referrals typically just happen over a casual conversation. Say you're at a party with friends and you're wearing a new T-shirt, and your friend might ask you, "Oh, where do you get that?" And then that's kind of how the conversation starts. And then, "Oh, I'll send you a referral link so you can get 20% off." That's the kind of thing. But if you don't have that referral link, your customers are making a referral because they're telling other people how what their experience was buying that T-shirt online. Like, it could be T-shirt, it could be a trip, it could be a new gadget, something like that. But if you don't have that tracking system in place, then it's really difficult to know how many of your customers are referring their friends. And also, it's a very cost-effective way of acquiring new customers. If you compare it to ads, for example, I mean, it's those costs are skyrocketing now. Here, you're mostly paying. You're given discounts, obviously, but you're only paying those discounts, or you're only giving out those discounts once the purchase takes place. So when you compare how much you're paying to acquire a new customer through referrals versus Google Ads or Facebook Ads, it's minimal, and it's a lot more performance based. So for companies that want to be a little bit more cautious, I guess, and on their financials, referral systems work very, very well because it affects the bottom line of your business. You might be giving out a discount for the first purchase, but you have acquired that customer now. Pretty much every purchase that comes after that one, it's pure profit. So yeah, it's an interesting way of acquiring new customers, especially now that things have gotten very, very competitive.
Yes, for sure. Now, does this pertain to any type of business, whether it's brick and mortar, online? It can still be used in any type of business model.
Yeah. So it's actually interesting that you mentioned the brick and mortar versus online. So we were actually working on a product that would bring basically ReferralCandy to brick and mortar, and it was right before COVID, so we had to put that on hold for now, unfortunately. But that kind of attribution problem of kind of like figuring out where your refer friends are coming from, it's very difficult on brick and mortar because you need to build a system that again that works. It's some sort of tracking system that you bring in online for an offline experience. So it's a little bit complicated. That we were still in the process of kind of figuring out how to bring referrals to offline. Online, it's fairly easy because you can track every single step of the process, right? From the person that clicks on the referral link and how they use that coupon code at the checkout. So everything just happens in an environment that you can track. But when it comes to industries, we mostly work with B2C, and that's a really good. I mean, that's a really good scenario because, like I said, that those conversations are happening between people that know each other very well. In the sense of, I might get a referral from my cousin, or I might give a referral to my coworker, and those are people that are going to refer products to each other only if they believe in those products. Nobody would recommend a bad product to a colleague just to get $20 out of it, right? Like, so
Right.
That wouldn't happen in another environment. So for B2C, we've worked with, honestly, a lot of different industries, and I haven't really seen one industry for which referral marketing doesn't really work. I would say that for B2B, it's also interesting in the sense that when you're making a purchase decision on behalf of your company, obviously it's not the same as making a purchase decision for yourself. You're not paying with your money, but at the same time, your reputation, it's kind of on the line if you make a bad purchase. So you want to be careful. So you typically ask for referrals to peers that work in the same industry as you, or that, you know, kind of might know the vendor that you're considering. The problem with B2B is that tracking those purchases are a little bit more difficult because there's more offline interaction. It's not as easy as just going through a checkout and, you know, buying whatever product it is. It's more, there might be calls, there might be different meetings, proposals. So it gets a little bit more messy to track, in my opinion.
Yeah, because business to business is usually, you've got something I need for my business and vice versa. You know, so contracts come into play, like you said, there's several meetings, and we know that firsthand because that's how we do it.
Yeah. Yeah.
For sure. Wow, this is really, really different. It's different, but it's not. You know what I'm saying? It's just word of mouth is more. It's being more focused. You're able to measure the results of the transactions.
Yeah.
Whereas when you think of word of mouth, you just think Joe told Sally, Sally told, you know, but then that could get convoluted as the word of mouth keeps moving along the line.
Yep. Yep.
You really can't make any decision about where everything is going. It's just, you're just hearing things, people are hearing. So when is this a good time to start a referral program, for any business to start a referral program?
Yeah, I would say that, so I guess there's two answers for that. The first one is that you as a business are ready, customer satisfaction wise. So if your customers are happy with your product, I mean, that's kind of like, you know, a requirement. Are your customers happy with your product? Are they happy with the whole purchase experience? Are they happy with your support? Are they satisfied overall? Are they willing to refer you to their friends and family? Then yes. I guess one of the biggest mistakes that brands or just businesses in general make when they think about referral program is that they think that running a referral program might fix a customer satisfaction problem. And it's not. That's, you know, that has to be a requirement. Your product and your service and everything has to be excellent to generate that positive word of mouth, because negative word of mouth exists too. You don't want to broadcast that, but it definitely exists, and sometimes travels even faster than positive word of mouth.
Yes,
so you
absolutely.
gotta have that in place before you launch a program. So that's kind of a requirement. Now the second answer that I was going to mention is ready in terms of how quickly are you going to see results in your revenue, which is what matters at the end of the day. And speaking of e-commerce specifically, a referral program at the end of the day, like I said earlier, involves humans, and humans are kind of unpredictable in terms of how they're going to behave. And so if you ask 100 customers, are you willing to refer us to your friends and family? Let's say that 95 of them say yes. The reality is that out of those 95 who said yes, I'm willing to refer you, only 30, 25 might actually end up making those referrals. And it doesn't mean that they don't like your product or that they're not happy with their purchase. It's just that things happen in our daily lives and we just forget about it. And it happens to me constantly when I'm traveling, and maybe I want to leave a review to an Airbnb host and I just forget, and I feel really bad because I want to help their business, but a lot of things happen in my day and I end up forgetting. So that's also why it's important to build a referral marketing machine on top of that, which reminds people that the referral program exists and they can benefit from it. But kind of going back to the numbers, you want to have as big of an absolute number as possible, because those percentages are gonna work against you pretty much. So if you're a business and you're getting, let's say, 100 orders a month, you can assume that maybe 20 of those new customers a month might end up making a referral. Now, if you have 500 new customers a month or 1,000 new customers a month, then we're talking about maybe 200, 250, 300 new customers generating referrals every single month. So that's going to have a bigger impact on your business in terms of actual revenue than if you're a startup. So I'm not saying that launching a referral program when you're a startup, it's a bad idea. I don't think it is. It's just that it's going to take you longer to see results in your bottom line. So yeah, those are kind of like the two scenarios.
Oh, okay. Wow. So if people businesses want to reach out to you, tell everybody how to get connected.
Absolutely. So our website, ReferralCandy.com, or if they just want to email me directly, I love getting emails about referral marketing. So if I can help in any way I can. My email is Raúl G, so RAULG @ReferralCandy.com.
Okay. So questions about lost my train of thought. Wow, it was right there and then it left that fast.
Happens to me all the time.
Oh my goodness. Wow. But I'm really liking this. Now, what are the strategies that you use to introduce a successful referral program? Because that's what a lot of people, I mean, we understand the word of mouth thing, but of course, most people don't understand the logistics behind it.
Yeah, so I would say that promotion is probably the main thing that you can do that's going to have a direct impact on the performance of your program. Promotion. There's not enough promotion that you can do to get the word out there about the referral program for the reasons that I mentioned earlier. Because we are absolutely bombarded with content marketing and ads in general. There's just so much content that we need to digest on a daily basis that you have to kind of get through that noise and get the message out there. And it's also a different type of messaging. If you subscribe to pretty much any e-commerce store newsletter, most of the content you're going to get is promotional in the sense of flash sale or only this week 20% off. This type of content is a little bit different because it's basically saying, look, this is what you can get by joining our referral program, or this is what you can give your friends if they make a purchase through your link. So the message is a little bit different, and it can kind of get through that noise. But yeah, promotion, it's really important. So the number one thing that I would do to launch a referral program is to tell your existing customers. It's likely that by the time you launch the program, you might be around for several months or maybe years. So you have a pool of customers that you can reach out to, either a pool of customers or you have an email list that you can let those people know. So those individuals already know about your business. They already know about your product. They might have bought from you in the past, so they're probably happy with their purchase. And so letting those people know that now you have a referral program and that they can refer their friends, that's a number one thing to do, and something that speeds up the kind of like the whole process of getting your referral program up and running. The second step is to make sure that every single new customer that comes in gets notified about the program, either with a pop-up or an email, which is something that we on ReferralCandy you can automate it, so it just happens on autopilot. But make sure that every single new customer that goes through your checkout gets notified about the program. And the third thing is to remind people about it. So either through an email cadence or creating content on social media on a regular basis to remind people about the program, or adding a mention on your monthly newsletter. All those type of things, they really help on making people remember that this referral program exists and that they can benefit from it. Not only benefit on a selfish way, but also benefit in terms of what can I give my friends and family. That's actually something we've seen over the years, is that a lot of people are motivated just by the fact that they can give something to their friends and family. A lot of referral programs that I've seen, give a bigger incentive to the friend rather than the existing customer.
Yes.
They might get the existing customer might get, I don't know, 15% on their next purchase, but the friend gets 50% off, or 40% off their first purchase, just because they want to get that new customer, to buy for the first time. And that usually that's a big enough incentive for a lot of people. What can you give to people that you care about, especially since we're talking about, again, people that know each other, friends, family, coworkers, etc. So yeah, that tends to work pretty well. But yeah, when it comes about launching a referral program, promotion, pretty much at every step of the way.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, indeed. So so if I wanted to come to you and I want this implemented, what pieces do I need to bring and what pieces do you handle?
So what you need to bring is your store, regardless of the platform that you're in. So if you're on Shopify or BigCommerce or WooCommerce or Magento, any of the kind of like the major platforms, we have integrations that are built in specifically for those platforms. If your store is built on something else, or maybe you've built your own online store from kind of like, from the ground up, there's several ways that you can integrate. So what you need to bring is your store, and then follow any of our integration methods, which again, if you're on Shopify, it's a one-click thing. Same for WooCommerce. So it's very straightforward. After that, we pretty much, we need the merchant to tell us what's the structure of the referral program. So are you going to give a discount? Are you going to give a cash reward? Are you going to give some sort of other reward? And then provide us with a couple of images that we can use on the templates. So a logo and a banner, and then we apply that to the post-purchase email, the referral program join page, all these different assets that come with the referral program. We automatically, kind of take care of the branding. And that's it. We run on autopilot. So every time a new customer makes a purchase, they get an email from the referral program inviting them to join and giving them a referral link. And so it all happens, like I said, on autopilot. So there's only a little bit of time to set it up. But after that, it doesn't really require that much maintenance at all.
Okay, so as the customer, is there like a back office that we log into to look at statistics and things like that?
Yeah, so we have a dashboard. You can, so kind of like the main view of the dashboard is how is your referral program going? The number one metric that we look at is revenue. That's how we know how your referral program is going. How many revenue in terms of dollars, and then also in terms of orders. And that gives you an idea of how much new revenue you've generated in the past month, for example. And I always like to stress a little bit on the new revenue aspect, because this is revenue that's coming from new customers that were not in your store before. Typically, when we think about, let's say, an email marketing campaign, and say, oh, this email marketing campaign brought $10,000 or $50,000 in revenue. That's revenue from existing customers, which is great, because retention, it's really important. But when we talk about referral programs, we're talking about new revenue, which is, again, it's new customers that you have acquired, and they're likely going to stay with you for a long time if you have the structure and the products in place in order to be able to get them to retain. So yeah, you get to look at your referral program stats, and then obviously in the same dashboard, you can change the rewards if you would like to try something new. Let's say instead of giving a discount for every friend that you refer, you might get $10 in cash, and you can change that there directly in the dashboard. But yeah, it's pretty much how it works. Yeah.
Okay, I got one more question about this, because all right, so are there different levels? Let me just ask that. Now, we talked a little bit about the startup.
Yeah.
So let's say the startup obviously don't have the revenue yet, because they're just getting started, and so what I'm wanting to know is, are there different levels that you can come into the company under, like, or is it just one platform that fits everybody, so to speak?
Yeah, it's pretty much, I mean, yeah, it's pretty much one platform that fits everybody in the sense that we've built a tool that startups and small businesses, as well as bigger companies, can use. So right now our customer base is extremely diverse. We have literally startups that have less than 50 orders a month, and they're just taking their first steps with referral marketing and trying to retain those first customers that they have. And we also have multi-million-dollar businesses using ReferralCandy as well. So
Okay.
and the mechanics are pretty much the same for both of them. The referral programs look fairly similar, and the rewards that they're giving look also very similar. But yeah, that's it. The product pretty much is the same. It's just a matter of again, how many customers are joining the referral program on a monthly basis. Obviously, for the startup, it's going to be a lot less than the big business. But we've actually seen a lot of customers grow over the years, and see the referral programs grow as well. So that's always exciting as well.
Yeah. Because I was like, really, I was digging all over the website Saturday night, checking out things because it sounds really, because we need help. Everybody needs help right now. We're coming out of the pandemic. We want to explore as many ways as possible to
Yeah.
increase our revenue. And we want it to be sort of set it and forget it kind of thing. Where you're not having to do so much manual work
Yep.
to get the results that you're looking for. So this sounds really awesome. So again, how do people get in touch with you?
Yeah. So on our website, they can pretty much find all the information about ReferralCandy. That's referralcandy.com. If you're on Shopify or WooCommerce, you can find us on the different app stores and plugin stores. And yeah, to get in touch with me directly, it's my email is Raúl G, so RAULG @referralcandy.com.
Okay. Now we all know COVID affected everybody.
Yeah.
So did it change the way you do business?
Yeah, I mean, we saw, well, the e-commerce pretty much exploded at the beginning of the pandemic in March 2020. I think I remember seeing a couple of stats that were just kind of mind blowing back then. One of them was that apparently e-commerce managed to achieve in 2 weeks what it was supposed to achieve in 5 years. So like the penetration levels in terms of consumer spend and new customers kind of using e-commerce as a primarily source for shopping. So it's great. Literally in a matter of weeks, that's what happened. And also Shopify. I was actually this is kind of funny. I was at a Shopify conference in February 2020, and we had the CTO of Shopify showing us a chart where we could see kind of like the global traffic of all Shopify stores combined. And it's kind of like a straight line until you get to November with Black Friday, and then boom, like you see a spike, and then a little bit more during the holiday season, and then it goes back down. The same person that showed us that chart in February, in April, they showed us the new version, the new graph with it, kind of like the new activity, and they were registering Black Friday and Cyber Monday shopping levels every single day during April. Wow. So that level, I mean, it was crazy. We saw obviously a lot, especially a lot of offline businesses had to move online to be able to sell.
Right.
And so a lot of companies, a lot of small businesses join Shopify. When you join Shopify and you create your online store, then there's a lot of apps that you can implement to run your business, whether it's for ads retargeting, for email marketing, for support and referral marketing as well. So we got an influx of new customers that wanted to try out ReferralCandy for their business. The downside was our other platform that I was mentioning earlier, Candy Bar. It was a loyalty system for brick and mortar that we had been working on for a couple of years. We had to obviously pause it because there was no brick and mortar activity happening during 2020. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. So now that things are opening back up, I guess you're gonna continue putting that in play because I'm sure the brick and mortars, they still need help.
Oh yeah,
They're
oh yeah,
hurting.
for sure. Yeah, I think, but I think a lot of brick and mortar businesses that tried the kind of like online world for the first time during 2020. Now, when they look for solutions, I think they still want to keep their online channel, their online sales
Sure.
channel. So now they're looking for what's the word? Omni-channel solution. It's a term that you hear all the time now. They're looking for omni-channel solutions so they can combine their online activity with their traffic, their actually stored traffic activity. So yeah, we're working on seeing how we can combine both of them, because brick and mortar merchants are no longer looking for something just for their brick and mortar store. They want a global picture, which it's normal, obviously.
Yeah.
That's the way COVID has changed business and life forever.
Exactly.
We're never going to go back to what was. So you're right in the right place.
Absolutely. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
This has been very informative.
Yes.
Very, very informative. And we really appreciate the information. Now, let me ask you, is this cost effective for small businesses?
Yeah, again, our the way we build our pricing, it's so we put skin in the game in our pricing. I'll put it that way, in the sense that we charge a $49 monthly fee, and that's kind of like a base fee.
Mm-hmm.
And then on top of that, we charge a commission on referral sales. So depending on how much money your referral program is generating, that's how much money we make. So obviously, it's in our best interest that brands generate as much revenue as possible from their referral program. Okay. Our commission actually decreases the more revenue you generate. So we charge 5% on the first $1,000. Then it goes down to 3.5% on the next 10K. Then it's 1.5% on the next 100K. And then everything on top of that is 0.25%. So as your sales grow, the percentage that we take, it's a lot smaller. So.
Okay. All righty. Well, this has been definitely informative. And Ruth, you got any questions for it? I know I've been like the chatterbox.
No, it's perfectly okay. I was just finding it very interesting. It's like you said, it's going in a sense old school, but in a new framework where people really can use this particular way of dealing with their customers. And I'm also thinking that depending on where you are in your business, it also means that quality is going to become an issue, because people are going to be readily able to see whether you're providing quality products. You're not going to get lost in the masses of just selling stuff. So you're going to have to really have good customer service and quality control on the products that you offer, because people are going to be able to very closely examine what they're receiving, and they're referring. So, it's going to come back to them, if, they refer somebody and they say, I really got junk, so there's going to be a demand for quality, which is not a bad thing.
Yeah. Accountability.
Yes. Accountability, quality, really good customer service. Yeah, that's a good thing, because we kind of had lost that prior to COVID. So in a way, this is a really good way. If you're in business, you want to know that what's going on, your downstream, if you want to call it that, all the people that you've referred are getting the best. So
and that's if you really care about your customers.
Mm-hmm.
And you should. If you're in business,
absolutely,
you should care about your customers. Your product you should feel about your product like, I want to use it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And if you don't feel that way about your product, then that's a problem in itself. Yeah. If you're not going to use your own product.
Oh yeah.
Wow. Mm-hmm. This has been great. We're going to definitely have to have you back again.
Sounds good.
And I learned a lot. And I will be jumping back on the website.
Yeah.
because I like this, and I'm at the place now where I'm trying to do a lot of automation, and metrics matter to me, especially in the broadcasting business. You want to know how many people are listening, things like that. So, I'm pretty used to looking at metrics all day long. Every day I look at metrics because I want to see if we're reaching folks, if we're bringing valuable content to people that can really help them grow. So thank you so much for sharing. We
Mhm.
truly, truly appreciate you. And we are looking forward to definitely doing some stuff with you. I'm going to go back on the website. I'm one of the kind of people I got to kind of look at it a couple times. And if I have any questions, I will truly email you.
Sounds
And
good.
find, and if I have any questions, because I definitely want to implement something in that realm, because right now I'm in a couple of affiliate programs, and it's like not the same, to just put it out there as opposed to putting it out there to people that know you
Mhm.
Yeah,
and have a relationship with you.
exactly.
So I like that concept in itself. So thank you so, so much. We appreciate your time and looking forward to more conversations with you, Raúl.
Absolutely. Yeah. Thanks for having me. It was my pleasure.
Absolutely.
Thank you.